Simmer down, simmer down, simmer down now. Simmer down now, simmer down now. Simmer down, quiet dog, by heart, my God. Sitting the rocket, don't stop. Brooklyn in the kitchen, heat up the stove top. Bang in the Empire State, the navigating the way. Your preservation make the greatest hip hop. They cool dude, swagger, love, charity, cool.
Hey, it's Jordan here with Photoshop Guides Plus. In my new tutorial that I'm doing, I'm going to take this ordinary looking picture, and this happens to be Taylor Swift, which you can do it with pretty much any picture. I just chose this because it was the first thing that, I just saw it and I just put it on here just because it looks good. It's a decent looking picture. So basically where you want to start is you're going to double click on basically what we're going to be doing first off before I get into this. I'm basically going to be making this a black and white picture, but then I'm at the same time it's going to be vibrant. Now, you might say to yourself, vibrant and black and white, is that even possible? Well, I'm going to prove that it is possible. So start off with double clicking the background layer, which will convert your background into an actual layer. Just hit OK. Now it's a layer. So we're going to start off by hitting Control J, and what that'll do is that'll duplicate the layer and make a copy. So now you have a copy of it. Now change the blend mode right here to overlay. And you can see right there how it's really vibrant now. Now, it really depends on the picture. You can either go with overlay, soft light, which you can see a little bit less, and a lighten. No, not a lighten. Maybe a screen. That brightens up the picture a bit. I would say we're going to go with, say we can go with soft light here, and then turn the opacity down based on how much of the effect you want. I'd say we're going to go with about 50. Now, control click both layers and merge them. It makes it a little easier. Now, after you have that all done, now what you want to do is erased. Oops, fix that. Now what you want to do is you can either, there's two ways to do this. You can go to Image Adjustments and then desaturate, or I can undo that. Or the keyboard shortcut is Control Shift U. So that'll get the picture to be black and white. Now what you want to do, you want to make a new layer with this button right here, and you want to get out your brush. And I'd say put the hardness all the way down and try to get something that's decent. Like you want a pretty big brush here. You want to be able to actually cover, I'd say like that. That looks about good. Now, it really depends on your preference, what kind of picture it is, but you just got to fill in some color, so kind of like waves. So with this picture, I'm thinking like, some light blue. So I'm going to put blue here, and it's Taylor Swift. It's kind of a girl picture, so I'd say put some pink in there. Now, it doesn't really look like much yet, but we're nowhere near done with what we're going to do, so you'll see. Put some more blue in there, maybe fill that in a little bit better. Go back to the pink, and then fill that in maybe a little better, and then get a little bit more blue, fill that in, and then it looks a little bit uneven, so I'm going to add some pink up to this edge. Okay, now that looks about good. Now you want to change, now this is what's going to make it look really nice. You want to change your actual blending mode for this layer to overlay. Now you can see that it looks a little bit like too much. So from there, if you're having that problem, what you want to do is you want to go to Filter, make sure you're clicked on this layer, and then go to Filter, Blur, and then Gaussian Blur. And from here you kind of just have to test it out, pull the radius back down to 0, and then from there slowly go up, look, and then wait for it to change, and you'll slowly start to see it easing its way into a regular look. So hit OK. Now you can look at it, you can change the blend mode back to normal, and you can see what it looks like now. It's more of it's a little bit easier on the eyes. Now go back to overlay. And now you see this nice, it's a nice effect. You can also try screen, which in this case is a little bit too bright. You can also try soft light. I mean, it really depends on what kind of look you're trying. I mean, I prefer actually soft light. I think it gives it a nice look. And then after you're done with that, you get your nice picture. Looks different than it did before. Now you can go to the text tool. and kind of just, I mean, it is Taylor Swift, so, you know. I actually want it to be a little bit bigger than that, so let's go with 90. Okay. Now, I guess the picture needs to be zoomed in. This is the actual size. So now we're going to change this to, we could probably keep it white. I'd say the font can be pretty much anything you want. Really depends on your preference. That's pretty much the same font as the other one. It really will come down to blending options that make it look nice though. So go to blending options, and if you watch my other tutorial or my intro, I kind of talked about this a little bit. If you want to go back, I'll put a link in the description and you can learn a little bit more about lettering. I guess I'll go with this, a black stroke of, let's say, I'll put it on 2, and I'll put a drop shadow to give it a nice overlay so it looks like it stands out, and that's pretty much it. I think it looks about good now. The original picture looked a lot different, so I mean, you can do. There's so many things. There's so many different things that you can do with this effect. It's really up to you. There's a lot of. It's really open. I mean, there's a lot of other things I didn't even show you that you could do to this picture to make it look nicer. I mean, you could, duplicate the layer again and then add a screen to it, brighten it up. Maybe that's a little bit too bright. It's really just, it's to whatever you prefer. So but I'll delete this layer. So yeah, that is pretty much the effect. Please like, comment, subscribe. This has been Photoshop Guides Plus. Peace out, guys.